Since the pandemic, small businesses have experienced one of the fastest transformations in modern history, reshaping how they work, sell, and grow. Welcome to the Commercial Pulse Update for September 3rd, 2025. The Experian Commercial Pulse Report is a bi-weekly report designed to give you a clear snapshot of the US economy and its impact on small businesses. Let's take a look at some top-line macroeconomic stats. Inflation in July came in at 2.7% according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. While that's progress compared to prior highs, it continues to place cost pressure on business owners. The unemployment rate edged up to 4.2%, pointing to a softer labor market and potential slowing in hiring momentum. Small business optimism rebounded above its 52-year average, according to the NFIB, reflecting improving sentiment despite tighter conditions. Consumer sentiment fell sharply in August to 58.2, down from 61.7 in July, and 14% lower than a year ago. In July, the Experian Small Business Index declined to 32.8, down 11.9 points from the prior month. While small businesses overall still look healthy, we're beginning to see signs of stress emerging in consumer credit profiles. The primary driver is tighter lending conditions, which reduced approval rates and increased consumer delinquencies. Pressure has also built from rising student loan defaults and a softer labor market, both of which are eroding consumer credit health. Despite these headwinds, business fundamentals remain stable, with delinquencies and balances holding steady. Encouragingly, NFIB small business optimism rebounded above its 52-year average, and new business applications remain strong at 471,000. Taken together, inflation held at 2.7%, unemployment stayed relatively low at 4.2%, and wages continued to rise, underscoring resilience in the broader economy, even as small businesses face more pressure. This week, our small business research includes a look back on how the business environment has changed from pre-pandemic to present day, and this groundswell of business formation. Between the early 1980s to 2018, entrepreneurship in the US had been waning, with fewer people going into business for themselves, and many going to work for large businesses. But since July 2020, a seasonally adjusted average of 441,000 new businesses have opened each month, 51% higher than pre-pandemic 2018 to 2019 monthly average. In July, 471,000 new businesses launched, an increase of 13,000, or 2.9% from June. Before the pandemic, from 2018 to early 2020, business formation was slower, commerce was mostly traditional, and technology adoption was still in the early stages. Having a digital presence and e-commerce were growing, but steadily, not dramatically. The pandemic acted as a great accelerator. Businesses quickly adopted digital tools, contactless services became mainstream, and remote work reshaped operations. This period also sparked a surge in entrepreneurship, supported in part by government aid. In today's post-pandemic revolution, we're seeing lasting shifts. AI tools are widely accessible, hybrid models dominate how businesses operate, and sustainability and cybersecurity have become non-negotiables. At the same time, hyper-personalization and omni-channel commerce are driving growth, helping businesses build greater financial resilience. Between 2018 and 2023, the number of new businesses establishing a commercial credit file rose by 38%. The risk distribution for new businesses launched in 2023 and 2018 is similar. However, the 2023 cohort included a higher number of unscorable businesses and tended to be less risky overall than those from 2018. The risk dynamics of these new businesses are shifting too. Startups formed in 2023 were slightly less risky and less likely to default than those in 2018. Business formation since the pandemic has been robust and remains 51% higher than pre-pandemic. And the industry composition of small business is evolving. Professional services no longer dominates new credit-seeking businesses, but you can see here a strong increase in retail companies. Businesses in the transportation and warehousing sector still see good growth, and other services have grown significantly, pointing to a more diversified business ecosystem. So it seems the pandemic was a turning point that forced businesses to rapidly digitize, reimagine operations, and embrace new models of work and customer engagement, changes that might have taken a decade otherwise. And there's a lot more to our look back on the pandemic era small business revolution in this week's report, so please make sure you are subscribed. And if you found this update helpful, we encourage you to explore more by visiting our Commercial Insights Hub. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if this video has piqued your curiosity, reach out to your Experian account team to start a conversation about the possibilities we can unlock for your business. Last, remember to keep informed so you can stay ahead, and we'll catch you on the next one.